Yo, so what's going on, Girl Scouts? It is Pwn, and today we're playing some more Gotham City Impostors. Today I'm using the Scout class. I'm going to talk about it a little bit right now. As you guys can tell, and you'll notice this through at least the first half of this game, I don't know what the little bottle that I keep throwing down does. So I just keep doing it. I don't know what it is. It's shiny. I turned blue. I don't know if I feel like I'm evolving right now. It's a water stone or something. I have no clue. So I just keep throwing it down because I have it, and I don't know what it's doing, but apparently it gives you the availability to become slightly invisible. If you have a keen eye, you can notice somebody that moves, but it really, really does come in handy, especially on a game type such as this right here, the Psych Warfare, where you have to get to an objective back and forth, and being unable to be seen is a really, really cool thing. Now, the cool advantage of this is also a really nice rush class. You're blessed with a nice little SMG, decent amount of ammo capacity, decent kill rate. You run around, it looks pretty solid at the start for the default class. And the secondary is actually that little handy-dandy, what do you call it? I think it's called the Grenadier, but it's basically a slingshot. And it looks like I'm shooting like a water balloon at the guys. I'm not sure, but, I'm a fan of water balloons. That's my wife. She's got two, bro. So, it's pretty cool. It does do a decent amount of damage. But as you guys can tell right now, you guys didn't see it in the last video. When I told you guys that they happen to detonate the battery and then allow it to count down, you have a countdown, and during that period, you're immobilized, where all you could do is run around flailing like a chicken. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I don't want to piss any of my chicken fans off right now. But in all honesty, it's actually fun to do. So, what you can do and what you should do is run at the objective that they planted it at. And if you slap it enough, it'll actually just, realize that it needs to do the dishes and take the trash out more. But you actually knock it off. I'm sorry. I was just comparing to what I do to my wife. So, nice collateral, Pwn. Nice job, bro. So, basically, you use it and you rock it out, you have some fun with it, and you can go around slapping people, killing them, as you guys saw a little bit ago. So it is fun to use, but you should honestly try to detonate it and go defuse it so you guys can have your guns back, because you definitely have an advantage with shooting. It does take a couple hits for some of the larger guys, and as you guys are going to see, that I'm learning that the Scout allows me to become a little bit more invisible while using this, and it's great for it. The little thing I'm standing on right now is not some kind of infected thing. That's where you capture your health and your ammo, if I recall correctly. Oh, it says nitro. Okay, so it's not a big pair of floppy, fake boobs. Okay, so it's actually nitro that you're shooting, so just to clarify that up there right now. And as you guys tell, I'm trying to play the objective as best as I can. This game really, really is heavily objective-oriented. Not a lot of people do it properly. As you guys can tell, I just got my manicure, too. I'm a female, and in this game, not like in real life. I don't have no, I can't do it. So, I like to dish it, you know what I mean? So, I try to do this, and the characters are cool. You can customize them. This is a great game. And you guys keep asking me, when's this game going to come out? What's it going to cost? And am I available? And, those are simple questions. I get them all the time. And the game comes out. The game comes out on February 7th for PlayStation. I believe it's $15. So it comes out February 7th on PlayStation. And I believe for Xbox and PC, it comes out on February 8th. So PlayStation gets it a day in advance. Not really too much of a deal. See, I was trying to see if I could throw it right there. I don't know what it is. It's like I pull it out and throw it on the ground, and I'm like, what a waste, guys. Maybe I was thirsty or something. So I'm still trying to discover these, as you guys can tell. I did play probably a few hours after this, so I understood what some of the classes do. One of my favorite classes is this one, the Striker class, and I actually like the Defender class. Sniping is mad fun in this game. I have to admit, you have to have a hell of a snipe to play this game. It's really, really one of the more difficult games that I've experienced that takes a lot of skill to kill somebody with. You got to deal with your fair share of fat guys with rocket launchers. It's okay, though, because, the bigger they are, yeah, the bigger the bulge, right? So, basically, like I was trying to tell you guys, this game is great. It's worth $15, hands down. This is one of the games that I love doing. And this thing is so weird to use because I'm trying to flail and I can't reach this guy. He's out of zone. And this is basically, I feel like one of those kids in the middle of the grocery store that's wanting a Hot Wheel, and he's flailing his arms in the little cart, and he's like, "Mommy, I want a Hot Wheel, mommy." And then, of course, every kid that does that gets beat down by a fucking rocket launcher anyway. So that's the proper treatment. So as you guys can tell, and you do have to hold down the trigger too. You just normally walk. Otherwise, you do have to shoot down the fire button, run around, and just try to flail at him, and hopefully do it. I just feel so useful. I mean, it's funny to watch. I love the awkward moving, but just me moving around just reminds me of Pokemon. Like I'm pulling out the splash move and a Magikarp, and I'm like, really, what is this going to do? How can I slap people and kill them? But either way, this game is great. Like I said, you can customize your characters, the outfits, so on and so forth. And there's so much, there are so many cool features, to this game that is just incredible. And I really would encourage you guys to check this. As you guys can tell right now, I'm following the giant pile of urine as it's doing. Look at me trying to chase it down. That's the invisibility thing. That's the cloak thing, that alternate ninja nitro, whatever the hell the thing is. I forget the exact name for it, but I know it's this little ninja potion that you crash down on the ground, and it allows you to be invisible, and it's a great feature. If you do pay attention, you can be seen. It's kind of got, if I remember correctly, you can see them from, is it from the side or from the back? It shines a little bit, but dead on. I mean, there's a couple different angles that you can see somebody a little bit more clearly. So if you do it properly, you can be like completely invisible. But there's other times, I don't know if there's really a cooldown for it, if you're only invisible for 5 or 10 seconds. I don't recall. I haven't experimented with it enough. But in all actuality, this game is incredible. For something that's so small as a 6v6, I would really like to see in the full game, to see if they would actually bring in maybe like a 12v12 or a 10v10 or something. That'd be incredible. I'd like to see what other game types they have as well. They do have like a, so this is kind of more like the assault kind of game, where you have an assault and a defend. You have 2 objectives and you got to plan it. Each team has their own nearest their base. I like the idea behind it. I love the psych warfare. It's going to require more teamwork and using your class properly to be successful in it. But the other game type's great as well. If you guys have played Call of Duty, it's similar to Domination, where you have 3 points and you got to capture it and hold it down and take advantage of the team. And that's just definitely one of the more fun game types as well. I forget the exact name of that one too. I'm sorry, I'm not the most informative. I've spent this whole week since this game has been out. I played about an hour the day I moved in. I've been moving this week at my own place, and it's been really, really hectic. And I have to admit that, you know, I did get to play this for a couple hours at night. I didn't get to record the gameplays, but the gameplays were like incredible. Like I was just tearing things up. It was so fun. I mean, I got far better at this game than I am right now, and this was just my second game ever, and apparently I pose. Did you see that? I mean, you need to go back. I look like Rosario Dawson, except for less manly. But I like being the girl in this. I like to be able to go invisible because, you know, most women like to backstab you without being seen. You know, them sneaky bitches, right? So, you know, I like the map. I like and the fact that these maps are so condensed. They're small. You run through. There's the laundromat. There's trampolines. I mean, this is just a small little small little city with silly little trampolines and stuff. So you can run through and navigate properly. And I'm trying to use these. I found that this thing is it takes a little while to get used to, but against some of the smaller characters, the Grenadier, the little slingshot, is actually pretty effective. But the one thing that really makes it really, really strong is if somebody's running straight up on you and they're trying to French you, you basically just need to pull that thing back and just waste them. Because at close range, that thing is very, very dangerous. And unfortunately, the one downfall is, with the SMG, it's not too reliable with range. So you are definitely more of a stealth character with the Scout. You have to run around, you got to be unseen, unheard, and you just got to make happen with what you got. So right here, I'm actually trying to plant the bomb. The battery, because nobody else is actually arming these things and getting them prepared. And it's one of the things. My guys were just running around playing the objective. And even though it's something 6v6, you would figure that because there are less people, it'd be a lot easier for people to get kills and one guy really help be really, really superb and carry the team. But it doesn't work like that. They had a really, really good, they had another really good scout that kind of gave me a hard time. And some of their bigger guys, the big fat guys like that, really weren't doing anything special. And I'm trying to think about, yes, get ninja starred, bitch. So, you know, overall this game is great. After playing it, I initially thought it was great. I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10. But after playing this game, I would probably rate it on an 8.5. I mean, it's a lot better than expected. I'd put it up there with the fun category as something like Team Fortress. It does have a lot of features that many things aren't used to. The accuracy is quite incredible. I mean, a lot of these modern day games, such as Battlefield and even Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, so on and so forth, a lot of them have bad hit registration. And from what I've experienced so far, even through the beta and the possible lag issues, is that I was really, really having pretty solid hit detection. When I shot a guy, he was dying. So I thought that was incredible for something so cheap, so game, or so just, you know, somewhat generic. You know what I mean? It's not generic in the sense that you would think. I mean, like, simple, if you will. So something so simple has everything that we miss in some of these more modern, you know, heavy games, some of the more popular games like hit detection and lag compensation, so on and so forth. These games actually really, really work pretty damn well. See him going invisible right there? I don't know. So it gets pretty cool. It gets to be where you have to compete. And if you could do this with a bunch of friends, this game could be very, very competitive. I know it's something fun, but if you really do have the time to try to do this with friends, teamwork will trump anything. I mean, anybody can use a gun, but if you use teamwork, you guys are going to dominate this. And I don't know why those shorts are too short. I'm not complaining, but my chick is just crazy. She got a donk too, so... like I said, with the creativity, the difference, the variety in the upgrades, the weapons, the custom classes, there's so many things you could do in this game. It really does bring a modern feel to some of these goofy, cartoonish games like Team Fortress. But I can't compare it to that because it seems a little bit more realistic not realistic, but modern with the guns and everything. So it feels like something you'd expect out of like the weapon wise and the shooting and the way it handles. Feels like it would be more along the lines of like a Call of Duty or a Battlefield, like a modern shooter. But the appearance of it feels more along the lines of something like Team Fortress, and the fact that you have the abilities and the trampolines, it's foo-fooey. It's foo-fooey. And that's what I just love about it, because it's just completely incredible. And it does have a melee system. You really do not see me do it often. I think I bitch slap people when you're a woman, but I don't know if there's a knife or different things, or if you can elbow drop or leg drop or DDT somebody. I don't really know the full extent of what's going on, but if you utilize the class properly and you put on the proper perks and everything like that, and you get the right teamwork in here, you could dominate this game. Like I said, it takes a little bit of an experience. You got to use your equipment. You should never let it just die off or never use something. Right there, see, last minute I needed to reload, but I'm like, you know what, let's toss this little ninja star and maybe get the kill. So if you do it properly, try to cover things, you can do some pretty damn good things. Try to be invisible like I'm doing right now. I don't want to be seen, and that's a great thing to do. I mean, you have to use the character. I mean, anybody can use a gun and get kills, but if you can use that equipment that you have at your disposal properly, you won't die. I mean, I think I had a game that I went like 52-4, and I was just on fire, tearing it up, and I really do love these guns, and I think all the classes, after experimenting with them and playing with them, I think all of them are built pretty satisfactory. I mean, they're all quite balanced. A lot of them have a pretty damn decent primary gun. Some of them have a little bit more unusual type secondary, like my Grenadier. I'm not too good with it, but if you can master it, it's great. So some of them have some so-so secondary. Some of them are great, like shotguns, so on and so forth. So if you use the default class properly, I mean, they are quite balanced. And I have to admit that it's really something that's most difficult for a lot of companies to actually produce these games, to have balanced guns. And I got to admit that they have really done a great game like this. And I would honestly probably, but this is because this game kind of appeals to me, games like Team Fortress, but have a more modern type touch. A game like this, I would probably spend $60 on. No lie, I would probably buy this and play the shit out of it. In all honesty, I would definitely buy that, and I would encourage you guys to do so too. Like I said, $15 is not too much to worry about. It's pretty reasonable for me, and the fact that they're doing that is great. And I would encourage you guys to get out there and do that. So this has been pretty much my secondary review, what I've been telling you guys about it. The beta is currently down, so look forward to another one of these gameplays, probably on the release date. I will be playing this on PC and PS3, so that's one thing that you guys can look out for. I'll get some games with you guys together. Follow me on Twitter if you do not have so far, because that's when I'm going to be getting some games together. But that's it, guys. We took our ass whooping. We got one of them. We managed to clutch out one, and we lost 3. But that's the end of it. Let's check the end out. Oh, yeah, dancing girl. Oh, that's it. Shake it. Wiggle. Yeah. I like it, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys. Get it.